Hello, fellow gamers, and welcome to the Video Gamers Podcast. Early impressions are important. They capture the initial excitement of a game and the hype that comes with a major game release, but they aren't always the most accurate. Will that be the case for Silksong? Well, after dozens of hours of playing, we're back to discuss our overall thoughts on the biggest release of 2025. But before we get to our review of Silksong, some introductions are in order. I am your host, Josh, and joining me, he's the guy that said there's no way he thinks it will be hard enough to be frustrating, even after Ace and I laughed at him. It's Ryan.
Hey guys, I made it here. I was just running back after I died. It's been a long run.
And you're dead.
Oh, I'm dead. Okay, I'm gonna run back. All right, let's try this again.
And you're dead.
And you're dead. And you're dead. And you're dead.
And joining us, he's the guy that told me about the wonderful, glorious mods for Silksong that might just have changed how I felt about this game as a whole. It's Ace.
I'm going to say it right now. I would not have gotten near as far into Silksong as I did without mods. So thank you, modding community. I thank you greatly for allowing me.
Mods are the real one, man. Those are the saviors of the world.
Oh my gosh. The mods for Silksong are legendary, guys. And we're going to talk about some of those. So first of all, welcome in everybody. Thank you for joining us. If you have not listened to our initial impressions episode, you should go back and listen to that one. That is where we kind of break down some of the game mechanics, kind of our initial thoughts on the art style, the movement, that kind of thing. So if you want to know a little bit more about just the basic game itself, that's the episode for you. This episode is the promised follow-up to that one. We've got, we had a chance to put a lot more time in. Ryan got a chance to actually play the game for more than just a few minutes, and so we are all back at this point feeling confident to say, hey, these are our final thoughts on Silksong. We've all played it. We all have very different takes when it comes to gaming. Silksong is, I said it, is one of the biggest releases of the year. I'll be honest, we didn't know if we were even going to be playing Silksong this year. That was the great unknown. It comes out to the dismay of a lot of other indie developers.
Oh no!
Not to my dismay, since I drafted Silksong in our Game of the Year draft. But here we are. And this episode, we're like I said, we're not going to break down the mechanics of the game again. I really want to just spend the time to talk about Silksong as a whole, what our opinions are, what works, what doesn't work for us. We will actually give our ratings for this game. Now, we gave a rating initially in our initial impressions episode. And so the fun part is, after playing it for many more hours, has our rating changed? And I have a feeling that it has. Now, whether it went up or down remains to be seen. So, all right, let's get into it, boys. I will say this. I think that the main criticism for Silksong, if you are on the internet and you read reviews and you're not looking at the poor Chinese localization reviews on this game, is the overwhelming kind of consensus for people that did not find Silksong to be the best game they've ever played is because of the difficulty level. We talked about this in our initial impressions episode. Has any of that changed for you guys? As you got more familiar with the game and you started to get the mechanics down and any of that stuff, did you kind of go, hey, I was wrong. Okay, the game's not that hard. It's not that frustrating. Did that change for you guys at all?
No! Silksong killed my firstborn, burned down my house, and stole my dog, as far as I'm concerned.
Get good,
That's
bro.
the most
Get
real
good.
response from Ace. Oh, man.
I made that run back to finish Act 1 probably 50 times.
Is that the final judge?
Yes.
Is that the boss? Oh, my gosh.
Dude, I was sitting in a voice call with our friend Alexi, and you know Alexi likes to talk, and I was trying to play this game.
Alexi loves to talk.
I was getting so mad that I just ended up letting out a string of expletives I cannot repeat here. And Alexi was like, I have never heard you talk like that. What?
Everybody shut up. I just want to play.
I'm scared right now.
Oh my goodness.
Dude, this is offensively difficult in my opinion, compared to like, especially coming from like Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight did not feel that hard in comparison.
Now, Ace, you know, you just need to get good, homie.
I will.
Good, Scrub.
All right.
Like, I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. Sick of
that is what.
I'm so
that is what the internet. That is what the
enough,
internet's
it's easy
tell
enough. Like if you're good enough, it's easy enough, man.
Right.
Come on.
And I mean, we've had people in our Discord server that said, "Hey, I beat Silksong." Like, there were a couple moments that were difficult, but I did not find the overall difficulty level to be distracting from this game at all.
There's a run.
Yeah, I mean, Nexivus is like, hey, you guys kept mentioning like all the difficulty. You know, what part am I gonna reach that? Am I gonna hit that at any point here soon? And yeah, whatever,
Nexivus. We all know you're a
okay,
video game prodigy,
semi-pro gamer.
Yeah, whatever.
Sitting in Japan, like, yeah, this game's not hard at all. What are you talking about?
All right, in Act 3. There is a run back in this game. If you don't find the hidden bench that is close by, the run back is 7 minutes. I timed it.
7 minutes?
7
Wait,
minutes.
So you're saying if you don't get the bench that's close?
If you don't find the hidden bench.
Oh, it's a hidden bench. Okay.
You have to find the hidden bench, and that only takes it down to like 4 minutes. It is a nasty run back.
Guys, that is unacceptable in a game in 2025 to
there's a lot of things we got to talk
Ace
about
is
that.
fired on this guy, man.
Yeah, so here's the deal. Like, speaking of the runbacks, like the runbacks alone, I was talking to a friend of mine, really good. He's a solid, awesome gamer, slightly autistic, awesome dude. He's very specific and very good. I played a lot of Destiny with him. He's an amazing guy. He was telling me he liked the runbacks because it would make him kind of interpret the boss fights differently and how he would approach them and all these things. And I'm like, no, dude, 7-minute run back, 4-minute run back, like all that. There's no reason you should ever have to do that in a video game in 2025. Like, I don't want you to teach me like, oh, you should take better care of how you attack this boss. Like, no, I'm here to have fun. This is a game. This is where we paid for this, and this is supposed to be fun. Games are fun.
Dude, I'm so
Ryan,
so tired of hearing you need to stop playing Silksong like Hollow Knight, and you need to play it like Silksong. Because what does that mean? What do you mean I gotta play Silksong like Silksong? It's Hollow Knight, Silksong. You gotta get good. The name.
Get good.
Okay. We'll talk about some of the arguments that people have made on this. I kind of want to go to Ryan because when we did the early impressions, Ace and I were like, yo, there's some frustration involved here. And I don't know if this frustration is going to go away. And why is this game frustrating? Now, I will say this. You guys know me. I love a challenge. If a game has no challenge to me, it is an instant I don't like this game. I need a reason to play the game, and I need a reason to say, why am I doing this? I need to overcome these challenges for the little bit of dopamine hit to the brain.
Yep.
I love Dark Souls. I love Elden Ring. I grew up playing Nintendo. I beat Contra without using the 30 extra lives. Like I have a history of enjoying difficult games. Okay. So, yes, I have gotten a little bit older. Maybe I'm not at the peak of my gaming abilities at this point, but like, bro, I've been through the fire. You know what I mean? I was forged in the fire of difficult games. I still love difficult games. I mean, you guys just saw me. I just beat Remnant 2 on Apocalypse mode because I'm like, bro, I want to beat this game on the hardest difficulty setting. I am Elden Lord. I beat Millennia. Again, I am no slouch to difficulty in a video game. In fact, I actually crave it to a certain degree. We'll get back to that because we mentioned this to Ryan and Ryan was like, well, I'm not far enough in that's not your fault, Ryan. You had left for vacation, but you did say you got a good chance to play a good bit on vacation. But then all of a sudden you came back to Ace and I, and you were like, bro, what the heck?
Yeah.
So did it hit? Did you hit that frustration? Did you hit the difficulty? Did it matter to you?
Yes, I hit the difficulty. I hit the frustration. I hit it so much because I flew to the East Coast from the West Coast. I had a 5-6 hour flight. So I'm like, perfect. I'll pop on the Switch and I'll play this game. And I would get to spots and I'm like, dude, I got nowhere to go. I got nothing to do. I'm just going to keep dying and doing this run back. And I would go. And I would go, and I would go, and I just kept going like this. I just kept clenching my fists, and my wife was like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm trying not to break the window of the airplane and throw my Switch outside because of how frustrating this is. Dude, it was... there's a million different ways we can address this, but I don't understand the intentional difficulty for some things, and then also, like... I know we're going to talk about this, but contact damage. Man, it's 2025, dude. Why do we have contact damage in 2025 on a Metroidvania? It is so mind-boggling to me. And again, all the guys are going to come, get good scrub, whatever. Yeah, kick rocks. I don't care. There shouldn't be it. I'm here to have fun. I'm here to play this game and have fun. If you want to make it super hard and diabolical with contact damage and stuff, do whatever your mode. Difficulty slider, and then we can select that. But man, this hit for me in a way that I didn't think it would. Where I was ready to rage, and then I got through a part, and it made me feel good, and it gave me that dopamine, and it made me feel happy. But then I was just nothing but more pain and misery. And I'm like, this game is so beautiful. It is so amazing. Yeah. I love all the aspects of it. But I hate playing this right now. Like, that's how I feel. Like, why do I hate this? I should not hate playing this game. I should not hate doing this run back. When I played God of War and I'm fighting the Valkyries in the first God of War, 2017 or whatever, I enjoyed going back to those Valkyries. Josh, I know you loved refighting Melania and doing all these fights there. Like, it should be enjoyable. This was not. And that was my biggest issue, is that I found it to be extremely frustrating to a level where I have all of these highest highs of like how much I love these different aspects, but the main part, the gameplay, drove me nuts.
Yep.
Yeah, I will say I felt the frustration with this game. It did not get better for me. My initial, when we talked about our initial impressions and I said, hey, there's an unnecessary level of frustration here. I don't even call it difficulty. I just call it frustration.
Yeah, that's
because
a good point.
I like difficulty. If
Same.
I'm making progress on a boss fight and I got him to 50% health, it's like, okay, that motivates me, right? Oh, okay, this time I got him to 30% health. I'm getting better, And then, there's always that, okay, well, he like two-shotted me within the first 10 seconds of the fight, but now I got him down to like 10%. Oh my gosh, I'm so close. Silksong doesn't do that because, again, there's a certain randomization that happens with the bosses and the ads and the, increase, it just brings in extra monsters and there's randomness to that. And we've covered all that before. For me, it didn't get better. In fact, it got worse, right? There are notoriously a couple spots, but the most egregious one in Ace, I didn't make it to Act 3 in this 7-minute run back would have made me just smash my computer, to be honest, dude. Like, I did make it to the Act 2, the boss called the Final Judge, that is one of the worst runbacks that I had experienced and this is the one that you kind of see on the internet. It's the example that they make because there's difficult platforming elements in the run back to the boss from the bench. And not only is there difficult platforming element, I say difficult, it's really not that hard. Okay. Let's be honest. But you also have flying creatures and creatures that you cannot jump over, attacking you at the same time. And not only that, but the flying creatures are shooting ricocheting bullets at you that bounce off of the platforms and hit you while you're trying to platform, just so you can make it back to this boss fight that you are going to get pummeled on. I fought this boss 30 times. like legitimately 30 times. If I had to make that run back 30 times, I would have. I don't eat, guys. We wouldn't even be doing this episode right now because it would have just been like, this is not. They don't even get our time on this one.
There's a mod.
This is when Ace told me. This is when Ace told me about the, hey, dude, just mod the mod that makes it where you don't have to run back. When you die, you start at the beginning of the stage that you were on, like the actual like window that you were on. So in the boss fight, I just start right back there. I just got to run a second to the right and boom, the boss fight's on. Dude, that was a game changer. Game changer for me to get it to where I actually wound up beating the boss. But here's the problem. It doesn't stop the inherent frustration that is built into this game. So I beat that boss and make it to Act 2. Act 2 really opens up. You are in a much wider kind of, I don't want to say open world, but just open level where there are multiple branching paths in every direction. There's elevators, there's secret tunnels, there's all this. The game expands to another level. Mm-hmm. And, one of my complaints about Metroidvanias in general is I get lost. So it's like, you just upped the simple navigation difficulty for me in this, which is frustrating.
Yeah.
Why do I have to fall for 10 seconds to then spend 3 minutes climbing back up because I hit a dead end?
And then you have to choose to have a compass so that you can see where the frick you are on your map.
Which takes up an inventory slot.
Yes, it takes up an inventory slot. Else. Oh, if I want to see where I am, I have to use an inventory slot? Yeah. What the heck, dude? That's, oh, God. There's so many things on here, man. I don't know where to go with this. I don't.
All right. Well, I mean, this is where we're going with it because I'll be honest. I'm just going to say it. I did the inherent built-in frustration level for Silksong is a huge negative for me.
Yes.
A huge negative for me. We are not alone in this. Again, go on the internet. The main complaint is simply this game is frustrating for the sake of being frustrating. We're not talking about the fact that it's difficult at times. I dig difficulty. We have all played difficult games. We have all overcome and beaten difficult games. This is not shying away from a difficult part of a game. This is repeated frustration over and over and over again, whether it is from a run back to a boss, random encounters in a boss fight, or on a level with enemies that are just cheesy and not fun to fight.
And deal double damage.
To exploration being difficult because, again, you need a compass and you got to find the guy that has the map so you know where the heck you are. And it's like, dude, I dealt with all that in Hollow Knight, and it's like, it was fine in Hollow Knight. I don't know why it felt so different in Silksong than it did in Hollow Knight to me, but it did. And maybe the frustration level was just compounded everything else that made it feel like it's like, guys, why did you do this, man? Like, why did you make these decisions that makes your game just simply not fun, man?
Yeah.
I don't understand it.
It's almost like it was like, oh yeah? Well, let's see what you guys can do with this, and so then they just artificially made things that didn't need to be there and made things the way that they didn't need to be. Like, I love spicy food. I love hot stuff. I will eat at some places the hottest stuff they have, and at other places the most mild, because the mild has better flavor. Hot for the sake of hot is not good. Hot with flavor is good. This was hard for the sake of hard. This wasn't hard because it was, fun and enjoyable. And that's the problem, is there was just, like you said, Josh, there's frustration, unneeded stuff that shouldn't have been there, and that made it just more agonizing to play this game. I wanted to play. I enjoyed this world. I enjoyed the characters. I loved the atmosphere. I loved the audio. All of it was amazing to me, and I wanted to play. And then when I play it, it made me not want to play, and that's not good.
I just get angry.
Yeah, I would just get
angry
mad
and frustrated, dude.
Yeah.
So, all right. So we all agree that there's a glaring issue with Silksong, and that is the frustration level of the game. Okay. I think there is another glaring issue with Silksong that really held me back because, again, I don't mind banging my head against a wall. right? I'm a stubborn dude, and it's like I can overcome the frustration. Yes, I modded that is the only thing that kept me playing.
You guys are lucky because I was on Switch.
Yeah, you were on Switch.
And I was
You
on
were-
vacation, so I had no mods. And I'm like,
buddy.
I wish I wish I had them because I was like, man, that would make this so much better. But like, you know, lucky for you guys, you had them.
All right, there is another, for me, glaring issue on this game. I want to see if you guys feel the same way because, you know, we are going to differ in some of the other takes for Silksong, but I'm going to bring that up right after this break. All right, we're back. Look, we've talked about the frustration level for Silksong. We're done with that. Here's the other problem for this game for me. The progression. I felt like they were so stingy with the progression elements in this game, dude, that it kind of was a little bit off-putting for me. This is a Metroidvania. There is combat, there is movement, and it's like I put 20 hours into this, I think, before I finally just went, yeah, I'm done with this game. But like, you know, in that time, yes, I got the sprint, you know, the dash, I got the wall hang / wall jump thing, but it's like, but I got 3 abilities in like a 20-hour time span. I still never got the double jump. Like, bro, that's the first thing you should give somebody in a game that has movement and combat.
Especially
is the double
Metroidvania.
jump.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, out of all the things you didn't give me, the most basic thing is a double jump. And I know it exists in the game because there's been plenty of areas where I'm like, well, I need to be able to double jump to get up there.
Exactly.
I just felt like they were overly stingy with the progression in the game. Maybe that picks up. And again, I didn't beat it. I have zero desire to play Silksong anymore at this point. I've put in my time. Ace, you can answer this because I know you made it further than we did. But like, you know, part of the beauty of a Metroidvania is hey, you're constantly getting new abilities, you're getting new movement mechanics, you're getting new combat moves, you're getting new equipment, a new weapon, you know, that kind of thing. And in Silksong, yes, I get that you get these things, you know, and you have the what do they call them? The
Tools?
Emblems or the markers. What is the thing that changes like your attack and stuff?
Oh yeah,
one of the beasts or the
those
wanderer.
are- Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Oh my gosh, I know what the name.
Medallion or Medal of the Wanderer, whatever. Anyway,
Yeah.
The name's escaping me, but it's like, you know, I got the one that lets you do the down slash instead of the diagonal, and it was like, okay, well, that's neat.
Crest.
That kind of changed the
Crest. That's
the
what I knew. It
crest.
started
There
with
you
the
go.
C.
Thank you.
I knew it.
Yeah, I know. And I was like, Medallion's not right,
No,
but
it's different
something
crests
about
that change. It completely changes your move set, which
Yeah.
Right. And
Cool.
it's like, okay, but like, you know, I got the one, and then I know there was another one, but then I had to beat the savage fly that I hated that guy because, again, the run back, and then that was a stupid fight. But it's like, if I felt like I was constantly advancing, that would be the carrot I need to like continue playing and overcoming some of the frustration parts of this game. But I mean, there was a gap there where I think I played for 6 hours and never got a single upgrade, dude. Like I found a piece of a mask.
Yeah.
You know, a piece
Oh.
of a mask.
don't get me started on the mask pieces. They are so stingy.
But the thing is, but that's the issue, right? Is you need health in this game because things hit you for two health bars. They do double damage compared to Hollow Knight. But when I only have 5 masks, it's like, okay, well, there's contact damage, which is dumb, plus the boss hit me or an ad hit me. There's no iframes in it. So boom, I just lost 4 life bars in the span of a half a second. Now I'm panicking. Like, okay, if I could get a whole bunch of extra, you know, life to where it's like, okay, well, now I have 8 life so I can survive a little bit easier. That's one thing. But you have to find like 4 mask pieces to be able to get 1 more life. They're stingy with those. You know, I upgraded my needle. I got the 1 upgrade. And I was like, sweet, I can actually tell I'm doing more damage now. The next upgrade to get the oil, to get that upgrade, is like a 10-hour quest.
Oh, it's awful.
And you have
I
no
hate
idea
it.
where these items are.
It's so
So I
bad.
got to explore the gigantic world to upgrade my sword 1 more time. And it's not even a different sword. All I do is like, oh, I kill things in 2 hits instead of like 4 hits now. Like, I have an issue with the progression in this game. I felt like it was overly stingy. You couple that with the frustration of this game, and it's like, why? Did you? Am I wrong in the feeling of progression on this?
You're not. Like you said, I am farther ahead of you. Not only is there very little progression, honestly, it's very like unintelligent with telling you where to go to get your progression. Like the double jump. You completely missed the double jump because it is on a random mountain to the left of a prison that you have to climb all the way up to just to get it. They don't tell you where it's at. You just have to explore it and figure it out yourself. And like, I get it, but like, all right, I'm just going to say it now. Silksong is not even the best indie sequel I've played this year. And Ender Magnolia completely blows it out of the water as far as I'm concerned with a competent, good, balanced Metroidvania. Because Ender Magnolia tells you where to go. It has good progression and it cares about your time.
Yeah.
There's a bench outside of every boss in Ender Magnolia.
Yeah.
You do not have to go far. But yeah, I don't know, man. Silksong, I want to love it because I love the world of Hollow Knight. I love everything that's going on in Hollow Knight.
Yeah.
But
it's such a...
It doesn't love me.
It's such a weird dichotomy, dude, because I'm with you. Ryan, you said it, dude. You said, bro, this game's beautiful.
It is.
It controls so well.
Mm-hmm.
The music is incredible, dude. Like, there are so many parts of this game where I just go, whoa. Like, wow, this is so well done. And then it's like, but you ruined it. Like, you ruined all these other aspects by making the game not fun to play at that point.
Well,
So-
and here's the thing too that blows me away, is that you guys modded the piss out of it, and you're complaining like you are. Like that shows.
Yeah.
Like you shouldn't. Bethesda, absolutely famous. We just talked about it on our Twig, man. Like modders come in and then do everything, but a lot of that stuff is cosmetic. It's kind of simple things, like we fix the lamps, we fix the lighting, different things like that. This is like core gameplay stuff that you guys are modding to make the game more comfortable to play. That shouldn't be something that you have to adjust as a player purchasing this product. Like that just shouldn't be there. And additionally, I don't care how much it costs. There should be voice actors for all this stuff. You're playing Magical Bug Land. This drives me nuts,
voices,
dude. Because
right?
I have no. It's the same as Zelda. It drives me insane, dude. Pay somebody. There are people that will do it for free. Like, and you'll get quality people. Get voice actors, make it so we can hear what the heck's going on, because I just would spam through everything because I have no clue or care to know what's going on, because I'm so miserable because I got to run 15 minutes back that way to go try to fight this guy again to die. So, I don't know. I got to
not with Ryan. I like the bug sounds. I thought they were interesting and
It
stuff.
like
Like, that doesn't
Banjo-Kazooie.
bother me. That's exactly what it reminded me of.
Hey,
and I
Ace, when
find
did
it very
Banjo-Kazooie come out?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not
like
that old.
96 or something. It was a million years old, dude. That's what came out a bajillion years ago. They could have easily had quality voice actors to make this really, really monumental as far as like the feeling of communicating with these different characters. Because when you would see the people, you would be, excited to see somebody, but then you have to listen to like oh gosh,
Ryan's alone on that.
I hate that's one thing. I hate having to read stuff on video games. Like, dude, I'm just trying to play, man. Yeah. Anyway.
All right. So here's what I want to do, guys. We are expressing the frustration we have with this game because there is the obvious, like, this is a great video game. Like, that's where the frustration comes in, right? It's like, you have this beautiful world. You have these top-notch mechanics. Your controls are on point. Your sound, your audio, your controls, the vibe, like, this is the sequel to Hollow Knight, which is one of the most beloved Metroidvanias out there. Like, it would be different if it was like, this is just a steaming pile of poo, right? But it's like, but it's not, is the problem. So it's like, as gamers, we can look at it, and we were so excited for Silksong. So it's like, we can go like, man, I can appreciate the passion and the love and the like skill that went into making this game by Team Cherry. And it's amazing. But it's like, but it has a couple glaring flaws, or at least one glaring flaw, and then a couple other like questionable choices where it's like, why is the progression so stingy? Like, why is this way? You know, that kind of thing. But you know, long ago, but Ryan, before you were even on the podcast, we covered a game called Hood, Outlaws, and Legends way back in the day with Paul. I remember playing this with Paul and maybe Michael. It might have even been Todd way back in the day. And it was like, this is a PvP VE type game, and it had one glaring issue, and that was the assassinations, where people could just swing around you and assassinate you, and then you were dead. And it completely ruined the game. Like, this one dumb mechanic completely ruined what was otherwise a pretty enjoyable game, dude.
Yeah.
And it's like, why? Like, why would you do that? And look, I understand before the internet comes after us, I understand that Team Cherry was
they're
making
coming
a
after
game
us,
that
dude.
was
They're coming
that's
after
fine.
us.
That's fine. We're not the only people that feel this way, you
Yeah.
know? But the thing is that we're not afraid to call out a game like for a bad decision or a bad design. Like, we have always been just brutally honest on this podcast. We're not going to glaze Silksong because it's Silksong.
Yeah.
Like, plain and simple. Like, anybody that's been listening to us for a long time absolutely knows we will never do that. We will always give you our honest opinion, even if it's contrary to like popular opinion, you know? And it's like, and I feel like our opinions are probably
They're very
pretty
unpopular
contrary
right now.
to what you would see on gaming sites and the internet and things like that, you know? And it's just like, you know, before the internet comes after us, I understand that Team Cherry was making an homage to like games of old, like Nintendo, and saying, hey, the game is meant to be difficult. You know, it's meant to not hold your hand. It's meant to do all these things. And it's like, that's fine, dude. If this is the experience that they wanted to craft, they did it, and they succeeded in what they wanted to do. And nobody can argue that. The problem is, from a gamer perspective, or at least from our perspective, those design decisions detracted from the experience in this game, in my opinion. You know, and it sounds like you guys agree on that one, where it's like, you could have just made a different decision and it still would have been an amazing game. But this just detracts so much from the experience, in my opinion.
Make Silk mode. Silk mode. Boom. You want to play Silk mode? That's got all these crazy things that make the game more difficult, less streamlined, and less of an ability to just kind of breeze through and understand the world and appreciate the world. Like, and then you're good to go. But like, no, it's just, this is what it is. And I mean, I understand what their thought process was, but if you're going to do something like that, you're gonna upset a lot of people. And then unfortunately, in this day and age, like, the people that like it are just going to trash on everybody else that doesn't, you know?
Yeah. This one's tough for me. So what I want to do is I want us to rate the game, and I'll be honest, I don't even remember what I rated it. I think we went like 8.8 for you and I, Ryan. Maybe
you two were high.
We were up there. I was high in the beginning. Yeah, I think I was 9.2 or 9.3 or something like that.
I don't remember, but it doesn't really matter.
I know what I'm at now, though. I'll tell you that much.
That's honestly the thing. So here's I want us to rate it. What I want to do, though, to be fair to the game, is I want you to rate the game as a video game, as people that have played thousands of video games and have been gamers since, you know, we could hold a controller. I want us to rate the game on what we think the game overall is, but I also want to give a personal rating on this one, because a lot of times what happens is we say, hey, I can recognize that this is a good game, so I want to take that into account when I give it a rating. But I feel like with Silksong, we have that difference, right? Like, we have I can appreciate what they crafted, dude. Team Cherry, you made an incredible video game. Like, nobody is saying that you didn't accomplish what you wanted to accomplish. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, like, I kind of feel like I want to give my own like Josh rating on this one too. You know what I mean? To kind of say, hey, this is how I feel about this personally. So, you know, if I'm going to rate this game on a video game scale, it's a masterpiece, dude. It really is. Like, you everything about Silksong just screams quality. It screams passion. It screams dedication. In that situation, like, bro, this is like a 9.5 for me. If I'm looking at this from like the medium of video games and like what this game is compared to other games out there, I can absolutely like just say, dude, well done, Team Cherry. Well done, because you made something incredible. if I'm rating it Josh wise, like, dude, and this is what kills me, because my first 10, 15 hours with this game, I really enjoyed, and I felt some of the frustration. But oh my goodness, guys, the last few hours were absolutely filled with like, I'm going to wind up hating everything about this game at this point. So as much as it like breaks my heart, dude, my personal Josh rating of Silksong is like legit like a 6.8, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's bad. It's bad because it's like, why? Why would you do this, man? And I'm not whining about the difficulty. I'm complaining about the frustration, dude. It's just bad choices in that regard. In my personal opinion, I really got to where I hated this game at the end, dude. Like, I cannot tell you, if I had not used the respawn mod to just respawn at the start of whatever stage I was on, my rating might be lower, dude. Like, it's that bad. To make anybody run back to a boss 30 freaking times and have I'm not even gonna rehash it, but it's bad, dude. Like 6.8 for me. Like I want to say 7, but 7's so neutral that I feel like it's not like harsh enough to account for the frustration level in this, man. So, all right, Ace, where you at, buddy?
Ace, what you got?
All
buddy?
right, I've been collecting my thoughts silently here for a few seconds. Game wise, it is a masterpiece. It is hard to like look at something like this that is put so much effort into it, so much passion. It's basically like looking at someone's baby, like, oh, you got an ugly baby. But it's like,
which is acceptable, by the way. Everybody that says like a newborn baby,
yeah, but you
doesn't
can't tell
look like a
someone
little
that.
alien.
You can't tell them their
can't tell
baby
them.
is ugly.
I mean, you can. You may get some weird looks, but like
It's
newborn
still,
babies
like,
are weird.
For me, this is still like a 9.2, 9.3. It's a masterpiece of a game, but like it has glaring issues even when you look past the progression and the difficulty. Like there are just things that don't make sense to me. And I made a very bold statement when for the first indie episode we ever did. We did a deep dive on Ender Magnolia. I made the bold statement that Ender Magnolia completely and utterly eclipses Hollow Knight. Well, I'm here to say it absolutely, completely, and utterly eclipses Silksong as well. Because Silksong for me is like lower than you, Josh. It's like a 6.1, 6.2. I was miserable, dude. Until I installed the mods and I had to install so many mods to make myself not hate this game. I installed a mod that gave me rosaries
Maybe
when
I
I
should have
pressed.
tried that.
Yeah. And I wanted to play through the game. I wanted to see all this artwork, all this character development, all this music that I was missing, because I love the world of Hollow Knight and I love what Team Cherry built. But like, I got tired of grinding rosaries. I got tired of my like main weapon upgrades.
Bro,
being
we didn't
locked.
even get into the money economy in
Yeah.
this game. That's another
Yeah.
frustration there too. Oh my goodness, man.
I got tired of doing busy work quests to get the main upgrade for my weapon, which I can't swap out. I'm stuck with that needle. Like, it's not like any other Metroidvania where you can find a new weapon, upgrade it that way. It's just like, it just felt like it wasn't respecting my time and respecting me the way I respect it.
Yeah.
And that's my thoughts on it.
So 6.1,
6.2. Well, I'll
what's
give
your
it a
final?
6.2.
6.2? Okay. Ryan?
People are gonna hate us so bad right now.
I don't. It's the truth, man.
So
as much as people are gonna say this, it's the truth. Like, I mean,
that's the thing is like we're not I like to listen, especially when we deep dive stuff. I'll go and I listen to a couple other podcasts on their deep dive just to see what other people who are recording, who are trying to portray like what they think of a game, like what their thoughts are. And they're just glazing it so hard. 10 out of 10. It's a masterpiece.
It's not a 10 out of 10.
Some of them might have been the bigger people, and then of course maybe they're contractually obligated. But man, this one for me, the biggest part is that you guys are rating what you're rating after you installed all your mods. And that's what makes me
you've got a
so
point.
much
He's
more
not wrong.
comfortable.
He's not wrong, man.
That's what makes me so much more comfortable in my score too, because like I didn't have any mods at all. I raw dogged it and I just played this game, so I think I was in the 9s based on what I initially played, and I think this game deserves something like that. I think a 9.2, 9.3 is its quality atmosphere It is absolutely breathtakingly beautiful. You can tell they put so much work and effort into the design and the world that they've made. And I love it. And so not to take anything away from them at all with that. So I think 9293 overall with what this game could be. The Rye Guy score, man, I'm probably like a 6.5. Like this is something. This is with no mods. I played it straight up, and there was a lot of times where I was just miserable. But I was like, I got nothing else to do. What am I going to play? Mario Kart 8 again for the 100 millionth time on my Switch while I'm on this plane.
Yeah.
So I'd go back and I'd play for a minute and I'd rage quit and go play something else, and then I'd go back and rage quit and come back. So it created an atmosphere where I was just angry at the game, and I didn't want to be, but that's where I was at. Like it doesn't make sense. A lot of the stuff and a lot of the choices they made just didn't make sense. So it was just frustrating, man. It was just a frustrating game. I'm really sad because I looked forward to it so much.
I know.
It hurts.
I'd love Metroidvanias. It doesn't have that, man, like that punch that Metroidvanias have. It doesn't have that for me. And I know people are gonna argue against it, but for me, like I didn't feel that, and I didn't get that feeling of love and appreciation of the world. I wasn't able to because I kept freaking dying, and I had to run back 15 minutes to get back to my body. And then heaven forbid I land on a teeny little worm, and he does the same damage as the big boss swinging a sword at me because I just touched him. Like man, there was so many choices they could have made differently, and they didn't, for the sake of just making it like, oh, we're a tough indie. I don't know if they were trying to like be cool, tough indie guys, but I don't know. I just, yeah.
I think everybody can tell this kind of makes us a little sad. You know what I mean? Like, dude, I hate that we're all sitting here saying like, this is a sub 7 game. Like we're all in the 6s for freaking Silksong, dude. Yeah. If you had told me, Josh, you're going to rate Silksong under a 7 when all is said and done, I'd have been like, bro, you're crazy. Yeah. Like, you're crazy. Like, so it sucks, man. It really does.
The more you play a game, it shouldn't make you hate it. Like, you shouldn't hate the game the more you play. And that's what happened with Silksong. The more you played, the more you disliked it. And that's and you guys did it with mods, like, which, man.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
so, I mean, again, it's just our opinion,
Make your own
I know
opinions.
so many people. Yeah, I mean, we've had people in our community, they're like, dude, I think Silksong's the best game of the year. Like, hands down. Like, it's my favorite game that I've played in years. I love that for people. I mean, I think that's what everybody was hoping for. And the people that love it, I absolutely love that for you. It is just, we're 3 very different gamers. We might all be on the same podcast, but I mean, I think that there's something to be said for our reaction to Silksong. And if you haven't played it yet, if you're one of those people that were kind of waiting or whatever, take this with a grain of salt, but also understand we are not unique in this frustration take on this game at all.
Maybe that's why they made it $20.
This is a warning. I mean, and this is why it's on Game Pass. All right. This is why it's on Game Pass.
It's an insanely well-crafted game with just a few glaring flaws, in my opinion. So, all right, guys, I don't want to bash Silksong anymore. It just makes me sad. This one hurts a little bit because it's like, I hate that we're all saying this because it's such a good game.
Let me ask you this.
It is kind of a little bit of a bummer.
Either of you, you didn't finish, right, Ace?
I beat 2 endings. I didn't beat the true ending yet.
The true ending or whatever. But like Josh, you didn't finish, and I didn't finish. No. Do you have any desire to play anymore?
I'm uninstalling it the second this is over.
I have no desire to check it out again. Like, I have bosses that I want to beat.
It's just not fun for me.
And I have no desire to try to grind it out. Like,
I want to re-download Ender Lilies and Ender Magnolia so I can feel joy playing a Metroidvania.
This game made me want to play those games.
Yeah, see, it's like
that's the biggest problem is that I just did not find enjoyment in playing this game, and we play video games for enjoyment.
You should find joy when you play games.
Yes.
Like,
That's
it's simple.
So. All right, well, there you go. That is brutally honest.
Brutally honest.
If you've ever questioned anybody that ever says we're paid by game developers or whatever to give, nope. There you go. And I don't care if we're the only 3 people in the world that feel this way, but it is the way that we feel. So, it's sad, but again, I can appreciate the craftsmanship with Silksong. I think we all can, but it just it lacks in the fun factor after a certain point. I mean, I loved my first 5, 6, 7 hours with this game too. So it just builds. And when it starts to build, it doesn't go away.
Mm-mm.
And that's the problem, is that it just keeps piling on.
Yep.
Frustration. So, all right, well, listen, thanks to everybody out there for joining us. If you have not rated the show, please remember to rate us 5 stars, leave a review, hop in our Discord server. It is the most awesome place on the planet for gamers. People are always talking new game releases, opinions on games, so that, hey, you don't have to take our word for it. There's other people that would love to share their opinion on a multitude of games with you. People are asking for advice on handhelds and consoles and PCs and all this stuff too. It is awesome. You don't want to miss out on that. There's a link in the episode description. That's going to do it for this one, everybody. Until next time, frustration-free gaming.
Peace out.